break every rule in this dumb code of conduct.
It is the Morning Mayhem on TransAfricaRadio.
Let's stick it to the man.
Yo, what up, people? It's your boy Clinton. And it's your boy Blair. Together we are DNA. And you are watching TAR TV. Keep it locked. Don't touch it. If you touch it, they will not touch you. And we shall touch you.
26 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. In the stew, we've got Blair and, of course, Clinton Roberts, all the way from the beautiful country of Nigeria. And, of course, these guys, one thing that I also hear is that they were actually born on the 16th of June, which is actually Youth Day out here in South Africa. And you guys are actually sharing the birthday with Tupac Shakur. Do you know that?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Tupac Shakur was actually born on the 16th of June.
Oh, now that's lit, man.
Ah, man, you know, stars were actually born on that day, you know?
It's going to be great.
Stars were actually born on that day. Now, these guys actually go by the name of Blair and, of course, Clinton. Now, guys, one thing that I also want to understand is that how did you actually come about with the name DNA, you know, as in, like, the group of the name? You know, I know you guys are twins. Yes, that's actually quite obvious. But why the name DNA?
Well, it all started like years back. Our first stage name used to be X Factor Twins. So like one time we went to see an artist in Nigeria called JJC. Okay. And then we spoke to him, and then he's like, "What's in heaven's name is X Factor Twins? Can you guys change that name?" And so from that day on, he started looking for different names for us. And so one day he called us up and he's like, "What about DNA?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Wow, okay, but how do you explain DNA?" He said, "Simple. Explains the connection between both of you as twins, musically, physically, everything." And since then, it's been working, man. We changed our name to DNA. Man.
Oh, wow.
DNA suits, man. Like,
it's a cool name, man. Now, one thing that I also want to understand is that you guys are twins, you know, and how did you discover that both of you can actually sing? You know, I know probably you can say that I discovered at this particular age that I can actually sing while I was actually in the bathroom singing to myself, you know what I mean? But then when did you discover that both of you actually had the talent to actually go and actually sing?
Well, I'd say like we've been doing this like for a long time, like, basically from high school-ish. And in high school, basically, we started out with dance, with a dance club, or sometimes we'd just be like in the classroom and we're making beats like on the table, and we start singing, and you know we kind of like knew it was something we're meant to do when we saw that people were getting entertained just by watching us do whatever we thought we were doing at that time, right? So we took it up and decided to just take it more seriously. And, you know, sometimes we would miss classes or would skip school to go to the studio, and you know it became something part of us, and you know that's how we got here today. And now high school was actually at the Madonna Model Secondary in Owerri, Imo State. You know, how was that, guys? I was actually growing up. I was actually going to school at Madonna Model Secondary. Growing up was so much fun. Like we were always like the stars. Like we're always like it was crazy. Like we're like it's like people just were always expecting something from the both of us. Like they didn't know what it was, but it was like anytime you just see the two of us, they are just expecting something. So and then naturally it just kicked in. We used to lead the choir in school. It was crazy growing up, man. Wow, man. Look where we are today. Look at where you're at today. Now, one thing that I also want to understand is that you guys actually music, and you started music back in high school. Now, were your parents actually supportive of the career decisions that you actually guys do? Well, at some point at the beginning, they were not really okay with it when we started skipping school and coming back home late, because sometimes we spend like the whole night at the studio just recording and everything, and they were not okay with it at first, but then they got to understand that that's what we want to do. One day we went to the studio to record, and then they hadn't heard any of our songs by then, and then we brought it back home after recording. And then we started playing it for them in the living room, and they were dancing. And they're like, "Who is this?" And who are these people singing? They didn't even know who it was. And we're like, so they didn't even know it was you guys? Nah, they did it. Oh my goodness. And we're like, nah, that's us. And oh my goodness. Okay, so and I think that's when it dawned on them that okay, this is what these boys want to do. And, they just let it go. And, and here we are today. Here you are today. To be honest, Dad was actually supportive at some point. Yeah, he did support us as well. He showed us his own little support in the way he could and everything. But I think he was the one that taught us how to like take interviews. He used to train us because he's like a journalist as well. So like he used to interview us and just to like get us prepared for whenever we get like to an interview or any of that stuff. So wow. were both supportive about it, and they still are today. But especially my mom, she's been there from day one, and been grinding with us with the hustle. Anywhere we enter, she went there.
Now, has your mom actually seen you guys perform?
Yeah, a lot of times. In fact, she's been on stage with us.
She's on our management team.
What?
She's actually on our management team.
Why did you actually go with that decision to actually put your parents in your management team?
Well, it's just my mom.
Just my mom, actually.
And, I mean, like, there's no other I don't know if there's any other convenient person as like good as my mom.
Yeah, like when it comes to
and reliable.
Yeah, I mean, trust and reliability. She's been there from day one,
man,
and she's someone
the support
that
system from her is crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, like anytime we feel down, I mean, like the industry is really hard sometimes, and sometimes you just feel really down, and you need. I mean, like she's
that
just always
moral support and everything.
She's just always there.
She's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
Wow, they actually go by the name of DNA Twins. Come through, and of course, WhatsApp us on +27 7925 444 if you have any questions for the two gentlemen out here in the stew. These guys are very talented, man. They actually entered 2 competitions. The X Factor, and of course they also went on to The Voice of Nigeria, and of course on these 2 competitions these guys actually went up to the top 10, so they know exactly what they're talking about. And of course they've got a brand new track which is actually called Queen, which is going to be we are going to be talking about a little bit later on. But right about now, here is one of their latest single. The track is called How Can, which is actually produced by Don Jazzy. Beautiful music right here on the Morning Mayhem. Good morning. Actually, music brought to you by DNA. The track is called How Can I? And of course, this track is actually produced by Don Jazzy, the mastermind behind the Mavin's records. And of course, this guy's actually recently also signed under Don Jazzy's music stable, which actually goes by the name of the Mavins. Now, gents, let's talk about this. Now, you guys signed under the Mavin's records. You know, you guys have actually been in 2 competitions. Now, one thing that I actually want to understand is that when did the signing actually come about? You know, was it a decision that you guys actually wanted to do a very long time ago, or you guys were actually not sure which music stable to actually sign to?
And last year, and when we finished from The Voice Nigeria, we had quite a number of record labels approach us to sign, and but along the line, we just felt like they weren't the right ones. Before we even got out of The Voice, we already had it in mind that God should help us find a way
like
to
Mavin Records
Mavin.
was our dream.
It was the dream record label, man.
Mavin's records.
And then we had almost like 4 different other record labels, but it just felt like it wasn't the right thing to do.
Why PNL? Did they also come and approach you?
No.
So do you want to name drop other record labels that came through?
No, we ain't doing that.
But trust me, they are really big record labels.
Oh yeah.
That put us on. But at the end of the day, God did it one way or the other. We got linked up to Don Jazzy, and when we had the meeting with him, we clicked, we connected. He liked us, we liked him,
and that's how the combination actually came about.
And here we are today.
Stable as the likes of T. Savage, Corredo Bello, and everybody out there. Now, don't you feel like, as a big record label like the Marvin's Records, you know, now you guys are not given the enough credit that you guys deserve? Because now signing under a big record label, it actually has its own difficult times.
First things first, we're just all about hard work. We feel like it's the work we put in that will make people recognize us.
That's what
we're not about that life of you. I mean, like, yeah, the record label is big and has a big name, right? But we want to be able to work hard, and people will know that we worked hard for our name. Do you understand?
Like, so
not just banking on the fact that we're under a big record label with other big artists. So it's more of the hard work to us and the time we put into our work and our craft. And
besides, like, it's a beautiful relationship in Mavin Records.
Sure.
Like, everybody shows
family,
it's
man.
like family.
Sure.
And it's more, we stay in the studio much more than we stay at home. It's like it's family, and everybody is open to criticism. Everybody is open to advices. You know, so it's a big family, and we love it.
Yeah. Now let's talk about this track. You know, what inspired the track? Why did you also feature Don Jazzy? Yes, I know that he's the producer, but why specifically Don Jazzy?
first of all, Don Jazzy is the boss. He's the boss there, yeah. But like, how can is just it's a love song. It just tells you, it just speaks to a girl, you know, saying how can I be like this when I did not, you know, I didn't take that thing. you know, you're
just basically praising the girl,
you know, showing, saying the words basically, and just making a girl feel good, and
pleasing her,
you know,
basically.
Yeah, pleasing her, basically. Okay, cool. Now I understand. And now, one interesting thing about you is that you guys were actually born under a polygamous family, you know?
Wow.
I'm so sorry to pick it up, but anyway, it's the facts, so, you know?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's facts, though. It's facts, though. Now, you guys were actually born under a polygamous family, which actually has 11 children.
Yeah.
Dude, like, one thing that I want to understand, it's a big family, you know? It's a really, really, really big family. How was the home situation at home? You know, knowing really well that, hey man, it's like 8 of us, or like 11 of us, or 10 of us, or 15 of us in just one house.
No. Well, we were not all in the same house.
Okay.
But sometimes, most of the times, we try to always, you know, come together. You know, still family and everything. It's really not that difficult as long as there's always love.
Sure.
You know, love is the only thing that can stand the test of time and can beat all odds.
Sure.
So even if there were challenges, yes, there were challenges, because come on, you know, different mothers, different opinions about different things, you know. So, but the most important thing is the blood, which is, you know, always going to stand there, and which makes us family. So, you know, we still have to show love, and we love the family. We love where we come from. It's actually great. Yeah.
So how was the staying and living arrangements, you know? Because I'm from South Africa, you know, and I know you guys' DNA, but I don't know you that well, you know. But I want the listener, when we are done with this interview, to actually have a full analysis who DNA is, you know. So judging from the background roots, you know, how was the living arrangements between the house? Because it was a polygamous family with 11 kids.
Well,
you know?
It was a polygamous family, yes. But that's based on just the numbers. He was, our dad wasn't with like all the ladies at the same time.
Okay.
Like some of them, he had things to do
in the past. Some was present.
Yes,
you know. But all in all, we just, it taught us to actually be very independent with our lives, and, you know, go for what we want and when we wanted it, you know. And at some points, my parents actually split. My mom and dad split. But they are still cool, but they're just not together. Right. So, but at the same time, it just taught us to be way more hardworking, whatever we're doing. I think we got a job, like a job at the age of 15.
That was your first job?
Yeah, at an advertising firm, actually.
Oh, wow.
We started off as marketers. And then we started writing scripts. And
then we became executive marketers.
Yeah, and then we started directing. And it was funny because we were watching other people there do it. We didn't have any certificate to be there. It was more like we didn't deserve it. Like every other person was surprised.
The man just believed
how we were there. But the boss at that time just believed in us. And, you know, we are grateful he did. And, you know, it just made us to be more independent. We got our place. We sorted ourselves with the help of God and, you know, other people who would just at some point in time say, oh look, I love this, boys. I'm investing this in your life. Take this. And, you know, it was more like a hustle. And at the same time, we're here today. We're still on it. We're still on it. The favor of God has always been there. So, you know,
still grinding.
We can't take that for granted. Yeah.
Now, you guys say that you got your first jobs at the age of 50. I was worried about girls, man. You know, that's all I cared about. You guys are out here, and of course, you actually thought about your first job. Now, how was Daddy in all of the situation? Was he actually accepting of the fact that you guys are actually becoming independent right now?
This is going deep, bro.
Hey, man, I'm going deep, man. I'm out here. You know, I'm so sorry, but anyway,
but I got to. He was just, let's put it that he was supportive,
supportive all the time.
Not all the time, but you know, sometimes he gave his support. Sometimes he didn't just care.
But just like parents do sometimes, you know. Now, guys, one thing that I also learned is that you guys at some stage were actually kidnapped as well.
Yes.
Can we just talk about that?
Sometime last year we were kidnapped.
What happened?
Man, it was a crazy experience. We've actually not granted a lot of
interviews concerning that because we're actually making a movie concerning that.
Yeah.
To show the real story, what went in. But you know, to cut a long story short, in a summary, I'd say we just got kidnapped on our way to Lagos. We're traveling. We're actually traveling for work. We're going to find like a sponsor for
our show,
our event, because we have an event which we do every year, like in Abuja. It's called the Weekend Concert, but we've not done that in a while because we're still working on a lot of things. But we're on our way to Lagos, and boom, we just got nabbed by some gunmen, and before we knew it, we got kidnapped.
We're there for 4 good days.
We're there for 4 days.
Shucks.
You know, together in the same place.
I mean, it was like one of the biggest news in Nigeria.
And it was one of the things that, you know, changed our lives for good, because of the fact that, you know, we knew we could have lost our lives. You know, we're just somewhere unknown to everybody, in the middle of nowhere, actually. With 7 armed guys.
7 armed guys. You know, who would beat us like almost every other day for 4 days.
But we survived. With the help of God, we prayed, and it just means that
there's a purpose.
We're here for something. And we've never been more convinced and driven to, you know, work harder to just accomplish what, you know, God wants us to accomplish. And you know, we're out here, and the time is now, and we're killing this, man. We're killing this,
man. Like, I can only imagine what actually you guys actually went through. I can only just imagine. But now, I don't want you guys to say that there's a movie that's actually going to be coming out. When is the movie coming out?
Very soon.
Very soon.
So people just hopefully need to, the end of this year
or next year.
Middle of next year.
Now, one thing that I also understand is that these guys actually came through and wanted a ransom of 6 million naira, and then later on they went it up to 10 million naira.
No, it was actually 10 million.
It was 10 million, and then they dropped it down.
They dropped it to 6. There some news agencies they kind of got it wrong, you know.
So but either ways, to cut a long story short, we got out of there. But shout out to my mom, man, because she came through for us.
She came, walked.
She trekked 4 hours into the bush to go find us alone
with the money.
Alone.
To go find them, you know. And shout out to her, man. She's our hero, man. Like forever, ever. We love that woman so much. You know. So
wow.
Yeah, man.
This is like shocking, man. Like, your mom is definitely one hero. You need to be, you know, pay homage to your mom, guys. You know,
definitely.
I feel like she's the queen of the house right now.
We're doing everything for her. We're doing right now is because of her. You know,
you better do that.
And she's part of the reason we're where we are today. Sure. So we all gratitude to her. And
wow. Wow, man. Interesting stuff right here on TransAfriCaRadio.movie. Amazing twins, man. Super talented guys. They actually go by the name of DNA Twins, Blair, and of course Clinton. And Clinton Roberts, I can say. And yeah, man, they just came through and of course said to us that these guys were actually kidnapped in 2016. Of course, these guys have actually been in 2 competitions, the X Factor and of course the X Glow Factor out there in the beautiful country of Nigeria. And of course, The Voice Nigeria. Otherwise, right about now, these guys actually have a brand new track which is actually called The Queen. And one thing that I also understand is that you guys are actually shooting the music video. You shot the music video out here in South Africa.
Yes.
Oh, so that was the reason you guys actually came to South Africa?
No, not really. We came here for a gig. We came to perform at the grand finale of The Voice Season 2.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we performed that.
Imagine! It must be nice, eh?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. A great feeling, trust me, man.
Shucks, man. Let's dive straight into the music. And of course, in a short while, we're going to be out here chopping it up with the DNA.
Many This is TransAfrica Radio.
All the way from the beautiful country of Nigeria. 52 minutes past 10 o'clock Central African time. Coming up in the next 8 minutes is going to be hashtag lifestyle with Chomana Gandaba. But right about now, it is still morning mayhem time with the twins out here in the stew. And of course, we were talking about their latest single, which is actually called Queen. And just yesterday, these guys actually dropped the music video. Well, you guys actually shot the music video.
Yeah.
When can we actually expect the music video?
And don't forget, we're also doing a challenge.
Okay.
But it's called the DNA Queen Challenge.
Okay.
All you need to do is simple. Download Queen from iTunes or the Apple Store. Get it wherever. Do a video of yourself dancing, vibing, singing, whatever being playful, you want to do, being creative, anything you want to do,
and it looks nice and
post
fun,
it, tag it's DNA ITZ_DNA with the hashtag DNA Queen Challenge, and then we'll repost the highest views and the most creative videos. gets to get a new iPhone 8.
Issue
250,000 naira. I mean, like in whatever,
Hey, man.
wherever you are
Yeah.
in the world,
Yeah.
250,000 naira will be converted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your currency, and then a private dinner with DNA, and you also get to be in one of our videos.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's crazy.
So can I participate also in the video?
Definitely, wherever you are, man, it's really easy, man.
Male, female,
Join the DNA
boys,
Queen
girls,
Challenge.
men,
You could check the
women.
hashtag on Instagram,
Sure.
#DNA Queen Challenge, to find out what's going on. It's crazy. People are going crazy. People are doing a lot of crazy shit out there.
I can
So,
only
yeah.
just imagine.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, you guys are actually bringing fire. Now, on the WhatsApp line, we actually got a WhatsApp text here coming through from Tite. Actually, Nobuhle out there in KwaZulu-Natal. She comes through and says that, hey, T, please tell them I love them. And the song, How Can I? Please ask them this question before they waka. Since they're actually twins, are they also going to actually fight? Because twins are fighting each other. You know, this Peace Corps story
my
that actually came
days.
through recently.
This question always pops up.
Always pops
You know,
up.
but
Question, yeah.
I'd say, personally, right? There are no like
Group
set
of
of siblings that do not fight or
Yeah.
argue.
Sure.
Like
Do you understand? It happens all
Take
the
it or
time.
leave it. Take it or leave it.
Peace Corps'
Right.
own is just the way it is because they are public figures and people just don't expect that twins should fight. But I mean, like these
You know,
things happen.
things happen like
I
that.
mean,
They have to be like disagreements for
Sure.
agreements to
yeah,
be made.
I mean,
Do you understand?
sometimes people could go overboard when anger is involved and everything. But I mean, they are still twins. They are still brothers. We are very sure that those guys love each other and
Yeah,
they're gonna come back together
definitely,
either way.
definitely.
I mean, so back to the question. No one really knows tomorrow, but all we try to do each day of our lives is to work with love and
you know, pray and use the love
do
of
our
God
best.
to do our thing. And
I
you know,
mean, yeah, man.
it's a really tricky thing. But I'd say for sure that DNA is DNA. DNA isn't Peace Square.
Square,
DNA
I
isn't
mean,
any other set of twins,
yeah,
right?
man.
We don't know what's happening in anybody's life.
So we don't like
in
to
other
judge
set of
or
twins'
involve
life,
ourselves with it.
We fight, but the mature way of handling it is
It's the most important thing.
The most important.
Yeah, how
You
we
have to
how we handle it and resolve
maturely
it.
and
I mean,
use your discretion
Sure,
basically,
sure.
and not just judge everything out of anger, man. Because you know, ain't nobody got that time to spoil things right now, or even in the next 10 years.
You guys are vibing right
Yeah,
now.
man.
Yeah,
We just on the move, man.
Yeah.
We know what we've gone through, where we've been. You know, together in different places and occasions, situations, you know, and we ain't about to spoil that right now.
Okay, we also have another WhatsApp text here. This one is actually coming through from Surprise out there in Limpopo. Bellman comes through and says that who are these guys also looking up to except Don Jazzy as a role model?
well, that's a good question. Basically, if it's in Nigeria, I'd say Davido. Davido is really good. He's really
David Moss,
hardworking.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like he has
Davido-
proved a lot of people wrong.
Yeah.
Like he has proved a lot of people that feel he's just a rich kid with money.
Yeah, because
I mean, like,
he's
he's a
doing
rich
it,
kid and
doing
he's
it.
actually working
He's
hard.
talented and
He's
he
working
works twice
twice
harder
as hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know,
so
any
I
other
mean,
person.
He's a big inspiration. Then Tiwa Savage as well. is
Definitely.
Tiwa
Signed under the
Savage.
same record label. now.
This year alone, Tiwa Savage has done like
A lot
over,
of
like he has done a
achievements,
lot of songs, a lot of collaborations, a lot of massive achievements as well. Her record deal with Jay-Z's record
Jay-Z's,
label as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a huge thing as well. So I mean, it's a blessing to be part of the team and be on this journey together. And by God's grace, we're getting there.
It's funny how Tiwa Savage and Davido, both of them artists, actually came through right here on TransAfricaRadio. And of course they came through and of course they talked to us. And yeah, so
Martin.
clearly like greatness is actually coming out here at TransAfricaRadio, you know. But guys, it's only 57 minutes to actually 3 minutes left for the show. Now before I actually let you go, before I let you go, at TransAfricaRadio we play 100% African music. And what are your thoughts when it actually comes to that?
I'm sorry, what?
We play 100% African music, African-made music.
I'd say you guys are the bomb, man, because you're
That's true,
you're going all the way. You're going all out to support African music
African
and not
music.
just South African music or Nigerian music or Kenyan music. You're doing it's Trans-African, and
It's actually a dope ass concept and something that you guys are doing to help like people that don't feel they have a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, because
to support people like us, we're really grateful, man. TransAfricaRadio
Yeah, man.
is the
thing,
bomb.
the bomb.
Nigeria, the bomb, the gidi, the bomb, the gidi.
The public gate. What does that mean, right?
I heard that somewhere, but like.
No, we're actually receiving like a whole lot of WhatsApp text here. And hey, Thabang, I want to send my love to the humble and lovely set of twins out there. Love what they're doing. Shout out to you, man. So yeah, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We love you too.
This is actually Taino out there in Zimbabwe. So you guys are actually receiving some love out there in Zimbabwe.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we also have another one here coming through from Chiamaka out there in Durban. Hey, this is actually Chiamaka. Please ask the two twins who taught them how to wind their waist like that. So who taught you how to wind your waist?
It's natural. It's a natural thing. It's in our DNA. It's in our DNA.
Listen to this thing just out here. This too.
Yeah,
it was in your DNA.
Yeah.
Otherwise, gents, thank you so much for actually coming through.
Thank you so much, guys, for having us. We're really grateful.
Yeah.
Grateful. We hope to be back sometime.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Please come back. This is home. This is really home. This is home. Otherwise, where can actually people find you? Where you guys performing? The works? Please tell us.
Well, we're performing tonight at Baseline actually. So if you're available, you could actually come through to watch us perform at Baseline. And DNA. In case you want to know the latest info or updates, follow us on our Instagram social media.
DNA.
It's
ITZ underscore DNA.
For Twitter is ITZ underscore DNA as well. And our individual accounts are Clint is DNA and Blair is DNA. So go check us out there and follow us, and let's make this happen.
Let's get moving.
And the Queen Challenge, no?
Yeah, Queen
Do
Challenge.
not forget to join the Queen
about
Challenge.
Queen Challenge.
Yeah.
It's going down. Get a new iPhone 8 once it drops.
Yeah, my touch.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, who wouldn't want an iPhone 8?
I want that iPhone 8. Hey,
Let's do this. Let's do this, man. Get crazy, guys.
This is the phone I'm using, so I need a phone. That is 11 o'clock Central African time. And of course, for me, Thabang Mashile, it is actually a rapper. Shout out to DNA who came through and, of course, chopping it us out here on the Morning Mayhem. Guys, thank you very much.
T-Mash, you the man, bro.
Man, you guys are the mans, man. You guys are the mans, man. Shout out to you, gents, And I wish you nothing but the best, man. And God there, flourish, I can't wait to actually see the music video for Queen. And yeah, man, keep on raising the African flag super, super high. Apparently, you guys even look like racial, apparently. Otherwise, for me, Thabang Mashile, Papayine, stay tuned for #lifestyle.
This is TransAfrica Radio.